Hey everyone, welcome back. In the last tutorial, we created a really cool sword trail effect for the player character. But now, let's make things way more interesting. In this video, we're going to give the same sword system to an NPC and make the NPC attack back automatically when the player hits it. And the best part is, we'll use Animation Events and BindableEvents, so everything stays super clean and easy to expand later. By the end of this tutorial, when the player attacks the NPC will instantly react, play random sword attack animations, and trigger an awesome blue sword trail effect. Alright, let's jump in. First, spawn a new dummy character into the scene. This dummy will become our enemy NPC. Now go to Workspace and duplicate the sword tool from the previous tutorial. Drag the duplicated sword directly into the dummy rig. You'll notice the sword automatically snaps nicely into the NPC's hand. Inside the sword tool, remove the old sword animate script. We don't need it anymore, because this NPC will use a completely new animation controller system. Next, inside the dummy character, remove the animate script. Then add a bindable event and rename it to attack event. This event will allow other scripts to trigger the NPC attack system cleanly without hard-coded references. Now let's set up the attack animations. Open Toolbox and search for R15 Sword Animation. Pick any animation pack you like. Once inserted, another dummy will appear in the scene. Important: this second dummy is only temporary. We use it only for previewing animations, adding animation events, and publishing animations. Later we can delete it completely. Now open the Avatar tab and launch Animation Editor. Select the temporary animation dummy and load one of the attack animations. Move the timeline to the start of the sword swing. Click Add Event and name it TrailOn. Then move the timeline to the end of the attack swing. Add another event called TrailOff. These two animation events will control exactly when the sword trail appears and disappears. Now, publish the animation to Roblox. Click the three dots, select Publish to Roblox, and copy the animation ID. Paste the ID somewhere safe. Repeat the same process for all other attack animations. Once you finish exporting all animations, you can delete the temporary animation dummy from the workspace. Now go back to the main NPC dummy, add a server script, and rename it AnimationController. Paste the final AnimationController script inside. You can find all final scripts in the description below. Now replace the old animation IDs in the script with your own published animation IDs. This script will load all animations, listen for animation events, trigger sword trails, and handle NPC attack behavior automatically. Select the sword tool in Workspace. Add another server script and rename it ServerHitHandler. Paste the hit detection script inside. This script will detect when the player's sword hits the NPC. When the NPC gets hit, the script will fire the attack event BindableEvent, and the NPC will automatically attack back. Now let's make the NPC sword look different from the player's sword. Select the trail inside the NPC sword handle. Change the trail color to light blue. You can also increase light emission if you want the trail to glow more brightly. Alright, time to test everything. Press play. Pick up the sword and attack the NPC. Now when the player hits the NPC instantly attacks back, plays random attack animations, and triggers a beautiful blue sword trail effect synced perfectly using animation events. And that's it. Now you have a fully reactive NPC combat setup using animation events, bindable events, and server-side hit detection. This system is super scalable and can later be expanded into enemy AI, boss fights, combo systems, or even multiplayer combat mechanics. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.